When you have a friend who knows a guy from the local Mopar club that owns a Superbird and he says, "Would you like to make a rolling video of my Superbird?" You pretty much cancel everything short of your bypass surgery to make sure you're there. Get comfy here, folks, because you don't want to be anywhere else but right here. Let's go. Beep, beep. When we first got to the garage, it was pretty much like any other garage, and then we rolled up the door, and there it was on the lift, in all its glory and perfection. To see this in person was amazing, and it really took me standing there staring at it for several minutes to really sink in. I was in the presence of quite the machine. When I say this thing is clean, I mean it is clean, like really clean. Like you can eat off it clean, and I'm not talking about the hood or the roof or even using the air cleaner cover as a dish. I'm talking about the underside of the car. The shocks, the wheel wells, the tie rod ends. I mean, I know this thing is restored, but literally every piece of the car is painted and finished to perfection. Every nut, every bolt, brake line, and surface, inside and out, are 10 out of 10 here. Growing up, I dealt with a lot of rusty cars in my day, but this Superbird, was just impeccable. That sounds like an odd word, and obviously the car's been restored, but when you see this underside of the car, I was completely blown away. Bravo to the team that put this together. Some specifications here include a 1970 Plymouth Superbird with a 426 Hemi and two 4-barrel carburetors, paired with a TorqueFlite 727 transmission. The rear end is a Dana 60 with 354 gears, and this originally had 513 gears and a spool in it, so I can imagine it had plenty of passing power. Wearing Mopar rally wheels and the infamous vitamin C orange paint completes the look, and every single inch of this is really 24 karat gold. Torsion bars, K-members, brackets, control arms are all powder coated, and other things such as the tie rod ends and the rear end are painted. If you're having a bad day or need a pick-me-up, this will do it right here for you. On this excellent fall day, the vitamin C orange really pops in the sunlight, and oh, you know it, we're going for a drive. After a quick mount of a few GoPros, we begin our journey to a local park. Now, I've never ridden in a Superbird before, but I can tell you that the nostalgia was off the charts for me, as growing up I've ridden in a 70s Plymouth Duster, 80s Dodge Diplomat, more than one Dodge D100 pickup truck, my very first car, a 1983 Dodge Omni, and plenty of K-cars along the way too. All these little things, all the interior pieces, things I've not seen in cars for years and even decades in some cases, came right back. From the Pentastar key to the gas and brake pedal, to the interior vents, and even something small and simple like the door lock button bring back memories. So funny thing, when you go for a ride in a Superbird, suddenly everybody is your friend. So many people from all walks of life are gawking at this rolling beast, the orange wing car that some of them really have no clue what it is, but they are happily trying to drive with one hand and take photos with the other. Muscle cars, Mustangs, and you better believe every single newer Charger and Challenger we passed on the road slowed down to give us a thumbs up as we drove. It was a slightly windy day at the park, so please forgive any noise here. While a lot of people would expect to see this at a racetrack or at a drag strip or in a museum or a car show, even at the local park, this felt right at home while we were recording. We chatted with all the people that came out of nowhere with their phones, some having no idea what this quote unquote thing was, and others knowing exactly what it was, and they could not believe their eyes in such good fortune to find such a rare bird out in the wild, so to speak. We did a few drive-bys here for the Fresh Vintage outros, and then it was time to head back. As we left the park and drove back to the garage, it really hit me with how smooth and calm this car is to ride in. Knowing this would not be hitting its top speed anytime soon or tearing around a racetrack, it was a lot of fun to cruise in. You could take this to the car show. You could take this to the drive-in. You could take this to the beach. Just stay out of the sand with it. Or you could just go get ice cream as long as you eat it outside the car. As we got to the garage and put the Superbird back on the lift, I started thinking of the history. I thought of the posters of this car on bedroom and garage walls. I thought of the people that remember these sitting new on dealership lots, the pure raw power under the hood, the people that painted their cars vitamin C orange or petty blue, the stories, the tall tales, the legends. Yes, the legends of this car, a living, rolling legend. That's what this car is. Legend. A very big thank you to the owner of this car for letting us basically take it on a joyride and make this video. A very big thank you to Mike for spending the afternoon with us, showing us this car and driving it. And folks, all the mechanical work you saw here, Mike's the one who did it. Bravo to you, sir. If you like this video, do a few things for me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stick around, folks, because after we got done driving the Superbird, we drove this guy. Stay tuned, videos coming soon.